Hello students, I am Dr. Kalpit Ganesh Mhatre, Assistant Professor in Botany at Arts, Commerce and Science College, Lanza, District Ratnagiri, Maharashtra. Today I will speak about polyclimax theory. Read this sentence very carefully because I love and I believe on this sentence. Environment plays an important role in the growth and development of organisms. Whatever are the organisms living in any community, environment plays an important role in the growth and development of organisms. In this world, all living organisms are in a particular community. That communities may be dependent directly or indirectly on environment. But overall, entire growth and development of living organisms is dependent on environment. I will explain this by giving example of a plant community. Consider that two plants are there, plant A and plant B. Plant A is growing in such an area where there is plenty of water. Soil around the plant is rich in minerals and nutrition. Plant is having continuous supply of solar radiations. So photosynthesis will be in a proper manner. So all the environmental factors, biotic and abiotic factors are present as per the requirement for the growth and development. So in such situation, plant A will be having luxurious growth because there is no deficiency of any environmental, soil or any other factor. What are the requirements for growth and development? All are fulfilled properly for plant A, and hence plant A will show luxuriant growth. Now, in case of plant B, there is plenty of water, but soil is not that much rich. It is not having all the elements, minerals or nutritions required for growth of plant. Few elements are deficient in that soil. Solar radiation supply is adequate, but intensity of light is not that much which is required for proper photosynthesis. So in this case, plant B will show growth, but that will not be luxuriant growth, or the growth will be sparse or stunted, because whatever the factors responsible for growth and development are present, but few are deficient for plant B. After few years, if we compare plant A and plant B, we can say that plant A is luxuriant growing plant, whereas plant B is stunted or sparse in vegetation. So this is what I would like to say. Environment plays an important role in the growth and development of organisms. Whatever the organisms, plants, insects, birds, animals, fishes, wherever they live or they grow, the surrounding environment always plays an important role in the growth and development of organisms. Now we will see polyclimax theory in detail. The background of the theory was what I explained in earlier slide. So this polyclimax theory was proposed by a great ecologist known as Tansley. According to this theory, each area is occupied by many climax community. As per the polyclimax theory, which has been proposed by Tansley, Each area means an area where different types of communities are living with each other or with association of each other. So according to Tansley, each area is occupied by many climax communities. They are controlled by soil moisture, soil nutrients, and several other factors. If we consider the example of plant community can be classified into several types such as herbaceous community, shrub community, climax forest that is trees community, phytoplanktons or pioneer stage community. So such types of communities when live in association with each other, it is called as climax communities. And according to Tansley or according to Polyclimax theory, each area is occupied by many climax communities. And all these climax communities have influence on their growth and development by factors such as soil moisture, soil nutrients, and several other factors such as environmental conditions, temperature, wind velocity, solar radiations, and many more biotic and abiotic factors. But according to Tansley, whatever the area or whatever the community is, it is generally controlled by soil moisture, soil nutrients, and several other environmental factors. According to this theory, each stable community is described as edaphic climax, topographic climax, biotic climax, and fire climax. Edaphic climax means a climatic or a climax community which has high influence on their growth and development by the quality and quantity of soil. So if soil is high in nutrient, the growth of community will be luxuriant. But if there is deficiency of different types of minerals and nutrients in soil, then the growth may not be luxuriant. It may be sparse or stunted. So whenever any climax community is directly dependent on soil or edaphic factor, that community is called as edaphic climax community. Topographic climax. Whatever the community is dependent on growth and development for or growth and development on their topographic condition, that community is called as topographic climax. Like few plants grows proper on a plain land while few plants can be grown properly along with rocky area or different types of topographic conditions such as few plants are there which grow in crevices of rocks, those are called as lithophytes. Few plants are there which grows well on walls, those plants are called as lithophytes. So such types of plants which grow on different types of topographic conditions are termed as topographic climax. Biotic climax. Basically, this type of community is dependent on biotic factors for their growth and development. And last one is fire complex. Basically, this community is related or dependent for growth and development with temperature and fire conditions. So as per Tansley, the stable climax communities are described in edaphic climax community, topographic climax, biotic climax, and fire climax community. This is all about the classification of communities as per the polyclimax theory. But this theory argues that climate is only one of the several characters. As there are several environmental factors, many climatic communities are also established.